Everybody, welcome back to Wicked Sports, and welcome back to the Villa. The Villa Villa. We're joined by the United States #1 Aston Villa fan, Aaron Slater. Aaron, how you doing?
Hi, Diggs. I love it, and I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
Doing good. Excited to talk a little bit of football, soccer. We got American football right now that's taking over my life, of course, for the channel. But good to talk about some European football. It's not going to be great to talk about this first match
Well,
recap. But we'll have optimism afterwards. So tell me what happened in this Liverpool match.
we're gonna rip the band-aid off really quickly. For those who didn't realize, we lost. We lost in kind of an embarrassing fashion, if you ask me. Um, I was anticipating more of a closer match. Unfortunately, it ended up being a 3-0 shutout against Villa. It is at Anfield, so their park is notorious for having these sort of atmospheres that are um, that can be intimidating. So, and that's kind of what I saw in this match. These players seemed intimidated, and it's kind of surprising out of an Unai, uh, team here. They usually are more prepared. It almost felt like the first match of the season, essentially, where we played at St James Park and against Newcastle. It just was confusing. Even the tactics were confusing. Unai decided to play with a high line, which I was totally okay with. Try to pull the players offside, and that's fine. But there was no Virgil van Dijk to, you know, dictate the back line for Liverpool. So they were left with Matip and Joe Gomez, and Unai never pressed those center backs. And when it did happen, uh, Diaby pressed Joe Gomez, and Joe Gomez literally fell down on the ground. It was comical, and I was like, okay, we got a break, and that was one of the few breaks that we had in this match. We really didn't get the the Newcastle match was probably a better match from Villa than this Liverpool match, even though the scoreline dictates differently. We had an own goal, Matty Cash. He had 2 goals the match before, and now he decided to keep his scoring streak going. But it happened to be an our goal this time.
Right.
But it just the match was confusing to me overall, and they never seemed, even in the second half. Usually, Unai seems to turn it around and find a different tactic to make it work, and it didn't work. We lost Diego Carlos early in the match to hamstring injury. Thankfully, reports came out that he didn't have a very severe hamstring injury, so he should be back relatively soon, according to however hamstrings work. It's always a mystery, to be honest, especially with a guy who tore his Achilles too. So
Hey, tearing ACLs and tearing Achilles is usually the precursor to hurting a hamstring, it seems, because it
it,
feels like every time a player comes back in American or European football, it's like, oh, they're back, great. Oh no, they have a hamstring issue now.
it's yeah, hamstrings are so funny. They just like they'll either go at a moment's notice, or it's a compound injury of something else from something else. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. All right, anything positive that you can take away from this match?
I would say Diaby still looked really good, even though he didn't get the ball that often. And when he was able to press the back line, he looked good pressing. He seemed like the guy who always kept moving forward and trying to, press a back line and make mistakes and try to get over the top balls through direct at some point. But it other than that, it was kind of disappointing, honestly. And I was crowded by a fan of Liverpool fans and Woodsy, and it was just like, well, Carl, please pour me another drink. This is depressing right now for me.
Yeah, I mean, the best part about watching a game at a bar, you're either drinking in celebration or drinking to push some bad feelings down.
We had some Aston Villa fans there too. It wasn't just
That's
me. There
awesome.
was like
Hey,
some young Aston Villa fans, and I was like, hell yeah, the spread.
love that. All right, so losses in the past sucks that it happened, but we're moving on.
Yep.
We're looking forward to Crystal Palace here tomorrow at the time recording. Today, by the time this video comes out. So, what are your thoughts? Give me a little preview and give me a prediction. Let me know who's going to win this one.
Prediction. Okay, we're at Villa Park, so that's bodes pretty well. We are 11 unbeaten. We have an 11 unbeaten streak at home, so that again, there's more tallies for a win. Last year, in the matchup, we won 1-0 to an own goal that Matty Cash actually doinked it off of another player. So it works both ways for him sometimes.
Right. He's innovative.
Yeah, exactly. If he can't score, he'll get somebody else to score for him. um, I expect Unai to be very hyper focused in this match and get his players to be hyper focused as well. We're probably going to play a 4-4-2 ish, I would assume, or 4-2-2-2. Math. Anyway, I'm hoping the our new loan from Galatasaray, our Italian Zanilo, actually gets a start. He's been playing off the bench, but he would end up actually filling in for Leon Bailey, who hit or miss for me, man. It's been pretty tough, but I expect us to pull out a win in this match. It's probably going to be with a 1-goal lead, but we have to be mindful about this Crystal Palace team here. They have been scoring goals. They are ahead of us on the table. They're sitting in 7th, and we're in 10th right now, but only by 1 point. So it's not like they're miles ahead of us or we've been losing matches. So
Right. Early in the season, too. So,
right, exactly. I expect to win. It really it's going to be a tight match. I believe. I believe it is. I don't want it to be because I don't want to sweat for 90 minutes. But we're here to enjoy a win either way.
absolutely. Do you have a do you have a score prediction? What call your shot here? Let's lock it in.
Goodness gracious! Actually, I did have prediction that I was going to post. I believe. Let me see here. I actually have a 3-2 Villa win. So I did stick with the 1 goal. Even I put this up a week ago too. So
Mhm,
I had not. I don't even remember what I like. The fact that I was able to come up with a 1 goal
mhm.
prediction and still put 1 goal prediction from last week is actually kind of funny. But
All right, so we will see how that shakes out. What else is going on in the world of Aston Villa?
we've got some injury news here. Uh, as far as as more than just Diego Carlos. Jacob Ramsey has been training a lot more, and I don't think he'll be in the squad this week, but it looks more like he'll be fully training and fit for the next match. We're getting Alex Moreno, the left back, where Luca Dean has been playing pretty decent. At least advancing forward, he's been playing pretty decent. But if you ask him to defend the back post, forget about it. It's like watching Ashley Young protect somebody or pick a ball out of the air. He can't do it. So um, other than that, I think Bertrand Traore is progressing as well from a hamstring injury, and I believe that's pretty much it. Other than our long-standing injuries like Tyrone and Buendia.
All right, well, give me a little tease for this week's Swinging the Shins. What'd you guys talk about?
Actually, we got to talk about. It was a very special one. It was a kit episode, kit
Hmm.
grading episode.
So how did
So
that work?
we essentially we went to Tier Zoo and we uh, put our designer hats on and we picked from S to F, baby,
Hmm.
and we went from there. And there are some surprises in the S tier, to be
Oh,
honest.
all
Uh,
right.
I believe um, I had moved one at the end. Rhett had a really neat one where it was, hey, move any kit up or down one. that you see fit. So I moved another one into the S tier. And to be honest, there's only really three.
Mhm.
There was two voted that we got, and I voted a third one out. So check
All
it
right.
out. We got uh, kit stuff, so that's fun.
Awesome. And anything else you want to plug before we get on out of here?
Albany Gooners, don't forget about those guys. They're established at Wolf's Beer Garden. They'll gladly pour you a drink and, be a part of a fun community there.
Absolutely. So go check them out. And yeah, other than that, Aaron, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Brian.
Remember, check out all our other sports shows here on the Wicked Good Sports channel and subscribe to our other channels, including Wicked Everything and Better Radio. Other than that, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.